Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're in Sims 4 again doing another build. But today's one I decided to build a house, but every room's a different decade. So originally I just came to the Sims to just build a normal house, and that's why the outside is already basically done. But I ended up making it, and it kind of looked like a 2000s house to me. So I decided, you know what, let's actually go in and film this and make a house with everyone being a different decade. So the outside is 2000s, and so I started with, for the inside, doing a 90s dining room. I just kind of picked a room and was like, yeah, let's make it the style. And I decided to base it off of the Friends dining room. I feel like everyone knows what that looks like. And so it's inspired by it. It's not like accurate, but I feel like it's like most like famous 90s dining room, so that's why I really wanted to recreate it. I've already done like a building the Sims of the Friends like house in the Sims, but I just felt like recreating it again. But so yeah, for the entranceway I made it 2020 because we haven't been in this decade long enough to really get like an idea of what the main style is. Well, personally I don't think we have, so I thought I could keep it safe and make the entranceway 2020. It's very basic, you know, just got a lot of stuff in it. I used the Dream Home Decorator painting, so that's very modern style. It came out this year, so I just felt like it was good for that, and just had like I went for like a white and kind of black style in there. Just had some wooden flooring that was just the same as the 90s. Then next up I decided to do 70s for the kitchen. So when I was googling the like styles, I decided I was like looking at the 70s and I saw this like fully like green kitchen, and it was like the same with the like counters that we have in the Sims, but we don't have the right green for this, like, so I decided to do it in blue and kind of go from there. This room is so over the top. Like, I would never make a kitchen like this normally, and I completely forget that I need to add a door when building this. So right now it covers the whole room, and then I was like, wait, I need a door to get to the living room, so I have to change it up a bit. But yeah, this one is very colourful. When I was looking at pictures though, I couldn't work out if the wallpaper was tile or if it was wallpaper because it was patterned, and it didn't look like tile, but I decided to use tile and not go for a pattern one because I thought, like, I understand that they would go over the top back then, but at the same time I didn't want to go too over the top, so I just ended up going for a wallpaper that would match, and like all the appliances match. And I don't know if they would have like dishwashers, but I decided I'd put a dishwasher in there. I guess then they would, but maybe not as like modern as the ones we have in the Sims. And the fridge and the oven match as well. Don't know if that was, I couldn't see the oven and fridge in the picture, so I just assumed that would match. And then moving on to the living room, I decided to do the 60s. The 60s, when I was looking, a little mismatch, so I ended up going for a bright yellow couch and then green like cedars, like single cedars, because I literally found an image that was like that, and I was like, oh my god. I had to recreate this. There's a lot of brown tones, like the furniture's very yellow, like colourful I mean, and then like the other stuff items are like brown, so like the tape, like I was recreating it from the picture. Like the carpet was like blue, but then like there was a lot of like wood tones that I thought to like separate it. It was like there was nothing that matched, which is great when you're in The Sims because there's no swatches that match. I mean, yeah, they added more, but like still. So I was like, great, it doesn't matter that these don't match because the 60s didn't care apparently. Well, what I could see in photos. Obviously I don't know fully if some of these decades are accurate because I didn't live during that time, clearly. But or else I'd be a lot older. But yeah, so that was this is just what I was finding on images and stuff. Also for the colour schemes as well, like I did the 50s, and I'm like, it's a fully blue room, was like no other colours, right, that I was looking at. but I was like, wouldn't this be, did they have coloured photos back then, so this could just not be accurate? But I decided to recreate the front of the photos because I had no other references. I could go on TV, like I obviously used TV for the dining room, but that's because I really wanted to remake the Friends dining table, because I don't know. But yeah, that's the 60s living room done. Next up is 50s, which I was just talking about. I couldn't find the right style of bed. I found a very good 60s bed, but I was like, I've already made the 60s, so I ended up going for just a blue one for this one, because the room I found on Google, very blue, but it's not the right type of bed, but it's fine. And then I actually had a TV in the bedroom, and I wanted to add it in, but it was like hanging from the wall, and it didn't work with the style, with how the room was laid out. It was similar to what I saw in the picture, but it still wasn't quite right, and the only hanging TVs we have in The Sims are very modern, so I couldn't exactly do that. And then yeah, it's fully blue carpet walls, and it's all the same sort of shade. It had like a theme wall that was very similar to the wallpaper I used. It was a slightly different shade of blue to go with the rest of the room, but I thought that's close enough. And then just some white side table and dressing table. Not very exciting. Yeah, and that was this when I was trying to figure out how to work the TV, but just it was too modern, so I ended up just adding a mirror there instead, because there was no mirror in this room. So, and then add a lot of clutter, because I saw some clutter in there. The chair isn't where it was in the photo I was looking, but I decided to just put it in that corner. So next up is 2010s, and I did an office for the 2010s. Normal office, like, because it's 2010s, like most of my builds are gonna have this type of office. So it's nothing really exciting here. It's very plain. I go for like a grey and white design. I use some Dream Home Decorator. I use just some base game to create this build. It's literally the most boring room in this whole house, but other than the entranceway. Isn't it sad that the most boring rooms are like the modern ones? But it's fine. Last up is the 80s. So this one I'm a little bit annoyed at, because I was looking at it and I saw a lot of matching tile, and I was going to go for a more brighter, like colourful tile, but then I ended up trying to go for more of the layout. Like the tiles are correct with the matching floor to ceiling ones, but I think it should have been a different colour, but I decided to just go for plain white. I was seeing some like orange and like green, and I was like, oh god. So, and like I love the 80s, so I thought I'd nice them and like give them just a normal colour scheme. It still keeps some of the brown, because it's brown in that. So yeah, but that's the bathroom, very basic. So the outside, I saw a lot of 2000s, they literally just had like one tree, and there was nothing around it, like no plants, no nothing. So that's what I did. I added a single tree. I did add some like a tiny bush around it, because I was like, I can't just leave this plain. It was annoying me too much. And I just add a pond out the back, because why not? But I didn't really care about the 2000s too much. Like I did the house already before the build, so I was like, okay. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon with another video. Bye.